Well, welcome to the Privacy Podcast. Today we have Weihong, and she's doing a PhD study on privacy. Can you just give us an introduction and a brief overview of
Oh
what
yeah.
you're doing?
Oh nice. Hi everybody. So I'm a PhD student at KU Leuven, and I studied computer science. In my current project, I'm working on the privacy implications of wallets in the blockchain era. So the idea is about you have a lot of so as everybody knows that you have node providers in the blockchain world to provide data to users. And this is why I started to look into how centralized this landscape is. And then I realized that if every decentralized applications are using node providers to fetch the data, and also for wallets, they are also some kind of applications themselves. So therefore, they're also using these node providers to fetch the data from the blockchain. And this gonna give us some ideas, like some questions on how this how this implies their ability on seeing the wallet, the addresses of the users. And so now my current study is not only about what the node provider can see from the wallets, but also what the dApps, what the decentralized applications can see from the wallets as well.
Is so this is like in Fura and MetaMask. There was a news article a while back, like a few years ago, where they were collecting everybody's IP address that was
Yes.
interacting with MetaMask. I would imagine like when you have all this data and you compare it with like AI or something, you can get to a granular level of detail with everybody's interactions. Is that true?
Yeah, indeed. So because like all of your connections from these wallets or from these decentralized applications are going through these node providers, and they can not only see your IP addresses, they can also see all your, like, let's say the user agent, for example, what phone, what device you are using, and also like your session ID. They are just very basic browser fingerprinting techniques. And combining all these properties together, it's very easy for these node providers to link all of these connections together, even though everything is off chain. So there, I'll give a very simple example. So let's say now you have a MetaMask, and in the MetaMask you have three wallet addresses. It's very common for people to have multiple addresses. And the case is for these MetaMask to show the balance of your wallet address, they have to ask somewhere for these information, which are in Fura because they're from the same company. And by default, the MetaMask will send three wallet balance requests at the same moment to the Infura. So like they're also from the same IP address, from the same device. Everything is like fingerprinting, browser fingerprinting wise, they are all the same. So it's super easy for these node providers to just know that you are having these three wallet addresses, even though you are not making any on-chain transactions.
That's kinda scary thinking about it. It's, probably, I mean, with the recent trends and like Palantir and in the US, like all the different AI companies, it's probably, pretty easy to bring transparency, especially as they're, like, taking away all the regulations with the privacy rules. Do you find this concerning, like the recent trends that are happening in technology and privacy law?
Yeah, it's definitely. I feel like now you because users are not really aware of what privacy problems there are, so it's very easy for users just like click on all these policies and say, oh yeah, sure, do whatever you want. But like it implies a very big problem in the community that like either the company should complying with the laws, or we should have some technology wise to actually provide the privacy to users, like from technology.
Yeah, absolutely. And also I've noticed like people seem to just be more open to transparency and like just from social media and everything. Everybody wants to be an influencer, everyone wants to take pictures of their lives and showcase it. Do you think like culture is kind of conforming to transparency? And do you think like the pendulum will swing to privacy at one point?
Yeah, I I think culture definitely also play a big role in this case because um yeah I don't know how to um really answer this question. Yeah, yeah, that's what I also feel the same. Like culture, like also play a big role in that.
Yeah. Yeah, it just seems, yeah, like, it's more accommodating and, more set
Yeah.
up for, like, kind of a transparent model. Um, yeah, so I just, what about, like, is there any specific vulnerabilities, like, for, um Web3 wallets? Is there any ones that are like any blockchain specific layer ones that give out more data? Is there ones that are better with privacy? Is there ones that are more dangerous with transparency? Have you noticed any trends like that?
Yeah, so like I'm now studying the most about the wallets in the Ethereum blockchain. So because they have more wallets available on the Google Web Store. So what I've found now already is like some of the wallets they as what I said before, they request the balances at the same moment and are sent to their node providers, and some of them will bind all the addresses together in one request. So it's very different from wallets to wallets. And also nowadays, most of the like most popular wallets, for example, MetaMask, Coinbase, these wallets they have moving away from the model before. So the model they had before was like I would just send 3 requests to the node provider in Fura and asking for wallet balances. But now for their own performance reason, they all now have their own server, backend server. So all the requests now don't they are not directly sent to Infura anymore. They're instead sent to their own backend to actually provide a better performance in these querying of balances. So I think in this case, um, it's already an improvement, but even though we don't know what they are actually doing in the back end, if the wallet is tracking anything from the users or not. And also regarding providing, so when your dApp is connected to your wallet, the dApp can see the wallet address, right? So and also when you click the disconnect on the wallet on the website, so the common knowledge that people have will be, okay, now the dApp cannot see my wallet addresses anymore, right? But in the real case, the real world, in practice, it is not true. So it still also depends on the wallet itself. Some wallets will actually revoke the permission to the dApp, but there are wallets that we are studying that they don't revoke the permission. So what I'm saying is, like even though you click the disconnect from on the dApp website, the dApp can still see your wallet address in the wallet. So there are definitely differences between wallets and wallets.
Yeah, that's there was recently like a hack with one of the JavaScript developers and they had like a plugin for the wallet. I think it was called Chalk, where it was bringing like the data from the price feeds and just bringing it back so I could see, why it's constantly sending data back and forth. Does a VPN protect people from these problems or is it just um
Mm, um, I think VPN cannot like protect the users because a VPN only changes. It can protect you from some way. It can protect you from letting these node providers or these websites to know where the exact location you are, but it cannot break the linkability of the wallet addresses. So all the request patterns are still remain the same when you are active, and what your device are, like these broader fingerprinting are still very active. And if you really want to break all the linkability of the request sent out from your device, you better use a mixed net. But as like only VPN cannot save you from these problems.
So the VPN is just masking the IP, but all the metadata is
Yeah.
still stored, so they could still
Yes.
piece it back together. Yeah, that's horrible. What
Yeah.
where
That's
are you with, where are you with the study? You mentioned that you're almost finished with it?
I think I'm halfway. I'm like still doing some experiments. Now I have an automation tool to connect the wallet to the dApps. So I want to do a large scale study to see, like now let's say we have this list of wallets and we have a list of the dApps. What dApps are actually trying to, even though you click disconnect, they're still trying to somewhere save or store your wallet addresses. And now I have the automation tool to connect the most popular top 7 wallets to dApps, and now I'm collecting all the data. So I would say I'm 60% or 70% finished in the dApp side. And on the request pattern side, that part I have already done. So on the part of the wallet sending out request itself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't wanna keep you for too long. It's, I find this really interesting, and you mentioned when you're finished with it, you'll come back on and share the results with us. I appreciate you coming on and sharing everything. Is there anything that, I missed that you'd like to mention?
Oh, that's already enough. Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely love to share my findings later with the audience.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming on.